Hey guys, do you have a trailer or any torsion spring garage door that you need to fix because it broke? So this is what your garage door spring looks like broken. Most of these, I've done quite a few of them. I have the new spring in, and I'll show you how to pick those out. But remove these two bolts. I did have to remove this bracket to get this. There's a bearing here that fits in through this side. I had to press it or beat it out. Then your garage door cable system will clamp onto this part. You'll have to then wind the spring and then tighten the spring on. I got two springs. It's good to replace them at the same time. I speak from experience. Once one spring breaks, they have the same fatigue life cycle. So the next one will break, within a few more cycles, it seems, in my experience. So I just replace them both. These are Amazon spring kits. You can just do garage door spring or trailer spring. What you do is you measure the width of the spring, right here. I had some calipers. I believe this was a 1/4 inch, or 225 is what it measured. And then the whole length, you measure the whole length, which I had one good spring left, so I could measure the whole length. And then I think it does inside diameter, which you can measure the outside diameter and then subtract 2 times the width and get your inside diameter. But I think they're pretty much mostly standard, which you'll see when you go to pick them out. So you have to remove, in order to get this off, you have to remove your old springs and then slide the shaft out. In order to do that, you gotta loosen these, but you wanna have either the bar kit or 2 very long 3/8 extensions that you can fit in here and then unwind it 1/4 turn by 1/4 turn. These are pretty dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, don't think ahead. I'll show you in the installation what I do, and the uninstallation's the same, just in the opposite direction. Okay, I'm putting on the pulleys. These are actually directional, so this one says left hand. So I guess this is left hand wound, but I don't know, go through how it goes on, make sure it's going to spin in the correct direction with how you mount it. What I'm going to do right now, the shaft's loose, so I can just put it on there. There'll need to be a gap, so like these don't interfere with those. These will go in a little bit though, so they may not interfere at all, but just be aware of that. The cable going through here, so we're going to put it this way and then wind it as so. So that's what it looks like wound. Nothing's tight yet, but don't forget, if you mess this part up, you just redo it. So here's the more dangerous part. So I did tighten this one onto the shaft. Now it's time to wind the spring. And then once it's wound, you'll clamp this to the bar and it should create the tension that pulls the door up. And you just do that twice. So the kit came with 2 of these bars for tightening the spring. I've actually never used those before, or used these before. What I do use is these long 3/8 extensions. Slip them in the hole, gives you good leverage, and you can start winding. So that's what I'll show you now. I'm going to try these tools and see how they work. So you do want to kind of count how many turns you go. Normally you could just have a marker and mark the side of the spring, and then you can count the turns as you kind of progress. But right now I'm counting 1/4 turns. That should be 1. So if anything does happen, the spring's kind of contained, but what you need to be careful about is one of these bars smacking you in the face. So you might want to position your body so that you're not in front of it. And if you do need to, take a break, just let it sit right there, let your hands rest, and keep on going. And does progressively get harder. So there are some stripes on here. It looks like I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, I would say. So I think typically I like to do about 6 turns, and then I'll see how it works. This one's going to be a little delayed because I need a cable for the other side, and the cable I ordered was short. They measure them in garage door lengths, and since this is for a trailer, I didn't know what to get. I'm going to leave it about there. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5. Maybe I'll do a few more. Okay. Now next I need to tighten this pulley. So I'm going to make sure it's tight since it's not loose. I should be able to spin it. Make sure the cable is kind of in the groove where I want it. Okay, so this is already tightened, so now I just tighten the spring. Let my hand rest a minute. I don't think you have to make these too tight to grip. Looks like the person before me went like halfway into the bar. Just make them snug. That should be good. And I'm going to use that other bar to release my tension, get my stick out. And it should start pulling. Yeah, I can see it pull on the door. And now this is nice and tight. And I'll do the same thing with the other side. I put this on, this pulley on, the cable just slips through here. This is the cable. It just goes in here, slips through, and then you can wind it around the pulley, take it down to where it mounts on the door, and tighten that. Put the cable on, then wind this up and tighten these bolts. After that's done, then you want to come over here. This will be loose. Your spring's still loose, so you'll want to wind it up like I showed you previously. You want to wind it up however many turns it took to take off, if you counted. Otherwise, probably start at 4 or 5 turns. And then once you're done, tighten these bolts, and it should be good to go. And how you check, hopefully these will be at the same tension. Otherwise you'll need to loosen it or loosen the pulley and try to wind it tighter. So now here I am. You can lift it with one hand pretty easily. And close the door. Let's see, this side's loose, so maybe I'll go in there and wind it a little bit tighter. Yeah, so this one's tight. So I'll close this and see if I can adjust it a little bit more. Okay, so in the more up position, I was able to tighten this pulley, basically wind it, so there's no slack. I think the problem I had is the ground where I have it laying down is not level, so it's up here. So this one was taking more, was under more tension than this side. And that's how you replace your Torsion garage door springs. Hopefully you found this video educational and it helps you replace your broken springs. So I really appreciate you watching, and hope to see you on the next video.